Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be doing a demo and wear test for the ILIA Beauty. This is their Super Serum Skin Tint with broad spectrum SPF 40. So I wanted to demo this for you guys, show you how it wears on my skin throughout the day, and specifically show you how it works on somebody who does have acne-prone skin. 95% of what you're seeing on my skin right now is leftover acne marks, fortunately. Those take a while to heal, but very much so, I do have acne-prone skin. So I wanted to share my thoughts on this for you guys from somebody with acne-prone skin, because I know this type of product could definitely work different on somebody who does have acne-prone skin. So first, a little bit of information about this. So this is described as a clean tinted serum that provides light, dewy coverage with mineral SPF and active levels of skincare ingredients, now available in a range of flexible shades. It looks like they have 30 shades to choose from, which is really great. Now this is supposed to be a very sheer tinted coverage, so it's not supposed to give a lot of coverage. So I feel like maybe the tint doesn't matter all that much. Obviously it is important when it does have a little bit of a tint that it is going to match with your skin, but it is going to be a very sheer coverage. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to start applying this. So I have this in the shade ST5 Bom Bom. This shade is described as light with neutral undertones. I do want to make sure that I shake this up. Well, it says shake vigorously before use. And this has 12% zinc oxide for the sunscreen. So here is what that looks like. Definitely important to make sure that it is very well shook up. I want to shake it a little bit more. Just make sure it's really well shook up. So then I am just going to take a few drops on my fingers. Honestly, I don't even know how much to take. I originally do not expect to really love this because I do have those acne marks to cover. So I kind of want something that's going to have a bit of coverage. Actually, some days I am okay with a more sheer coverage. It's okay if some of those marks poke through. So I might go for something like this on a day where I don't really care about having much coverage, but actually this gives a decent coverage. Actually similar to other tinted sunscreens that I've tried where they don't have much coverage. But it actually is still evening out my skin tone a little bit. Now I feel I definitely have combination skin, especially right now. I feel it is combination. I don't really think I get super oily skin, so I definitely do want to say I have combination skin. All right, so there is what it looks like applied. I'm actually it actually provided more coverage than I thought it would. Obviously, it is still a light coverage, but it still does a nice job at evening out the skin tone. It does feel like I do have an oil on my face, but it's very moisturizing. If I were wearing this on a day-to-day, I would definitely see myself setting this a little bit with a powder just because I would want to make sure that it doesn't get too oily throughout the day. But I do kind of want to show you guys how this is going to wear on its own, but I also want to show you guys how I would actually use it, and honestly probably how you guys would use it, because I feel maybe you guys wouldn't just wear it on its own. Maybe you would, but I want to show you how I would wear it. So I am going to apply some other makeup with this just so I can test it out in the way that I would actually use it. So I'm also going to just apply some concealer. I'm just going to do the rest of my makeup really quickly. If you guys don't want to watch this part, feel free to skip by. I'm going to do check-ins throughout the day, but I do want to do my regular makeup I would want to do. So just going to blend that in under my eyes, and that is the ILIA concealer. I do want to spot conceal a little bit, so I'm going to use the Fit Glow Beauty. This is their Conceal Plus in the shade C3, and this gives some really nice coverage. I'm just going to apply this to a few spots where I do have that pigmentation, but I think I'll still be able to evaluate how this the skin tint is working. But again, I want to be using this in a way I would actually use it, and I might want to add a little bit more coverage. And then for blush, I'm going to apply the Tower 28 Beauty Beach Please blush in the shade Magic Hour. It's a really pretty peachy shade. So I'm just going to apply this here. Blend this in. This blends on so nicely. Then for eyes, just a really quick eye look. I'm going to use the ILIA Beauty Liquid Powder Chromatic Eye Tint. I have this in the shade Fresco, which is this really pretty bronzy shade. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of this And I am just gonna blend this in with my fingers. And then for eyebrows, I'm gonna use the Merit Beauty Brow Pomade, or not pomade, brow gel. I have this in the shade Blonde. I really enjoy this for when I want to do some really quick makeup. Super quick and easy to use. Then I'm going to curl my eyelashes and apply mascara. I'll do that off camera, but for mascara, I'm going to use the Au Naturel. This is their mascara in the shade Brown. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of highlight. This is the Venix Organic highlighter in the shade K Color. I'm just going to apply just a little bit of this to the tops of the cheekbones. Just have a very glowy, natural, like everyday look going on. And then for lips, I'm going to use the Well People lip gloss. So this is in the shade Grapefruit, which is just a really pretty pink shade. Here is my completed look. I'm going to do some check-ins throughout the day, show you how it is wearing. I can definitely already feel that it is feeling pretty oily. It's fine for now, but I definitely wonder if I'm gonna want to set my face throughout the day. But I do wanna show you guys how it is going to work on its own. So I'm gonna try to not set my face with powder, but I'll check in with you guys and let you know how it's going. All right, you guys, so I wanted to go outside and show you what this looks like in natural lighting so you guys can kind of see it better. So it's definitely looking like pretty oily right off the bat. It's a serum sunscreen, so definitely has that oiliness to it. It's so hot outside and I can already feel like my face is like melting. Not my face, but like the product just feels very, it feels very oily. But honestly, like I'm still like impressed by like how it like evened out the skin tone. I do have a lot of acne marks to cover up. But yeah, I know I did spot conceal it, but even without spot concealing it, it did provide more coverage than I thought it did. Still, it is a very light coverage, but it provided a little bit more than I actually thought it was going to, so that's cool. But yeah, look at that. It's quite oily, so something to consider, especially if you do already have oily skin. I think setting this would definitely help, so I think I might actually do that, because I mean that is what I would do normally, but I'm gonna try to not set it so I can really show you guys how it works on its own, but I feel like a lot of you guys might set it as well. But yeah, so I'll do a check-in in a little bit, probably like an hour or 2 hours from now. All right, you guys, so it has been about 2 hours since I first applied this, and honestly, like, it's actually like doing a lot better than I thought it would. I mean, it has like a bit of like a dewiness to it, but it's definitely not like overly dewy. I have been inside, so I'm in AC. If I was outside, I'm sure it might be looking even more oily, but like when you're like inside, it's doing really well. And also, I do want to note, this does not have any coconut oil in it, which is awesome. So, you know, acne prone skin, coconut oil does not mesh. I mean, honestly, like all skin types, coconut oil normally does not mesh, at least on your face, because coconut oil is highly comedogenic, and that means that it clogs your pores and it's just gonna sit on the surface, and it is likely that it is going to cause breakouts. So I love that this doesn't have coconut oil in it. Also, I do wanna note, if you do have dry skin, I feel like this is probably one that you would really like, because it is moisturizing. It is going to give a dewy look on the skin, and even though I do have combination skin, I don't find it to be overly oily, at least not right now, not while I'm inside, and I haven't set it or anything. And like, it does look dewy in some areas, but it's like, it's actually pretty. It looks really nice, and so far it's definitely exceeding my expectations. I am enjoying it, and I also feel like this is one that I would enjoy during the winter. Also, I want to inform you guys a little bit more about the ingredients. This has squalane in here, which is a good like oil alternative. It has niacinamide, which is great for evening the tones. So it has skincare benefits as well, which is really nice. Niacinamide helps to even tone, helps with softening fine lines. I also mentioned before that this is silicone free, and it's also fragrance free, which is really nice. It is chemical screen free, it is oil free, it is non-comedogenic, and it is safe for sensitive skin. So all of those things sound so good to me. I'm so glad that it has all of those things. When I read those things, it shouts like, okay, this might actually be okay for acne prone skin. Now, I still was very hesitant for how it would work for acne prone skin, just because it is still kind of like that oily feeling to it. But because it is squalane I feel like can be more friendly for acne prone skin. Of course, it still depends on the person, but I personally don't really find that squalane causes me to break out, so that's really nice. Also, here is a little glance at their ingredient list. Sorry, I'm recording my monitor, so I know the quality might not look the best. So it has squalane in here, so it's nice that it doesn't have like oil in here. It is oil free, even though it is that serum. It still kind of has that like oily feeling, and that is because of the squalane that is in here. But it's nice that it doesn't have oils in here, even though I feel like I technically like think of squalane as an oil, but it is not technically an oil. It has shea butter, also has aloe in here, which is really nice. All right, guys, so it has been a good like 6 hours. I think I'm going to have this be my last check-in because I feel like I'm able to really tell you guys my thoughts on it now. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but in some areas, I'm so sorry, it's like not focusing. So in some areas, like right here, I noticed that it got like a little bit patchy, but to my surprise, this isn't getting like oily. I actually feel like my skin has kind of absorbed that squalane that is in here, and now it's almost on like, I don't want to say like the drier side, but I guess like the more like satin side, where it's not looking oily. It doesn't feel dry. It honestly just feels comfortable, but I'm just like touching my face trying to think how it feels. But yeah, it's not like, I thought it was just gonna get like oilier throughout the day. Maybe it would if you were like spending the day outside. I still hope this video is still helpful for you guys, but I've been inside. Like, it's definitely like not been getting like oily. I think maybe like some of the coverage has like slightly kind of like worn off, because I feel like you can tell like comparing this video right now versus earlier when I just put it on, like I feel like you can definitely see my hyperpigmentation a little bit more now. The little bit of the coverage has definitely like worn off, which I feel like is to be expected, especially because this is a tinted serum sunscreen, so I feel like it has like more of those like skincare benefits and is good. And obviously it's a sunscreen also, so like you're supposed to be reapplying sunscreen every 2 hours. So if you're thinking of it in just like makeup form, it definitely has like faded off, but I feel like you have to keep in mind, like with sunscreen, you are supposed to reapply it every 2 hours. But honestly, like after 6 hours, I feel like this has lasted a lot better than I thought it would, and it has performed a lot better than I thought it would. And because of the ingredients in here and the fact that it does not have coconut oil, it doesn't have any oils in here, that's awesome for acne prone skin. So if that is something that you are concerned about, that's great that this doesn't have oils or coconut oil in this. If you do have a really oily skin, I think this is possible that this might be too oily feeling for you, even though it does not have oils in here. That squalane, it does give it that oily feeling to it. So if you do have oily skin, I mean, honestly, it might not be your favorite. I mean, that's a very personal opinion if you would like it, depending if you want a really dewy look or not. If you have a combination skin like me, I feel like you could definitely get away with using this and you might like it. I feel like this, I would personally like this on a day where I don't really care to have a lot of coverage, but I want something that's going to be moisturizing and just simple to use. I think I would definitely use this again. But yeah, definitely not for if you want something with more coverage, because this is very, very light coverage. And I think if you do have a dry skin, I think that this would probably be one that you really like, because it is very, very moisturizing. But yeah, even with combination skin, it's not like getting oilier, at least in my experience, with my combination acne prone skin. So I don't know, take that with a grain of salt. Obviously, it's gonna respond differently to everybody. Everybody's skin responds differently to different products. So yeah, but I really hope that you guys still enjoyed this video and found it helpful. I hope it gave you an idea if it might be something that you want to try or not. If you guys do have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comment section below. And you can always also send me a DM on Instagram if you would rather do that. My Instagram handle is Routine Beauty with 3 Ys. So definitely feel free to send me a message there. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. And if you guys do want to see even more content from me in the future, I would absolutely love it if you would go ahead and subscribe to my channel. But thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all for my next video. Bye guys.